In this video, we're going to cover how authors go in and actually add and create new content on a website. So developers create all of the components, all of the templates that authors actually use, but you'll see when you install CQ, you actually get a version of the geometric site that's all ready to go. So all the templates, all the components, everything for the geometric site has already been created for you, so you can use this as a model when you go out and actually build your own website. So let's explore sort of what an author would do. So if I'm an author, I would come in and of course I would log into CQ, and of course this can all be locked down, so maybe an author doesn't have access to the campaign section, so then they wouldn't see that if we had set up security. In this case, of course, I'm logged in as administrator, so I have access to see everything. So here I just click on the websites icon, and I could see the website. So again, because this is the default version of CQ that we've already installed, you can see that the default sites are already there. So for example, the Geometrics Outdoors site is installed, the mobile site is installed, and you can also see that the demo site is installed here. So if I want to go in and actually edit a page, so let's say I go into English and I go into products, and I want to change some information about the triangle page. So you'll see this is a page that's already been created, and you can see it's all organized hierarchically, and the way that this works is everything is actually stored not in a database, but inside of the Java content repository. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we go along, but here as an author, I can just click here, I can open up the triangle page, and you'll see that I can go in and I can actually add different components and modify the components that are already there. So now, for example, you'll see this is a dialog box as an author, so I can click on this and I can see this dialog box, and this dialog box is actually built in JavaScript. So it utilizes the Sencha framework inside of JavaScript, and as developers can of course modify this, and CQ makes it really easy to build this Web 2.0 architecture for the authors. And again, you can see it's really fun for the authors, it's nice. I can go in and I could say the measure of an exterior angle and side, and as an author I can just simply update this content and be able to do that, and that'll take effect immediately, and of course it'll get replicated out to the publish server, and I can indicate that. So very, very powerful. And again, authors can actually go in and organize. They can add flash content, or they can add images, they can add lists. There's all kinds of different components that developers build that authors can actually use inside of the site. So this is very, very powerful, and you'll see that all your branding is actually controlled by the default components that ship with CQ. So for example, there's a paragraphing system, and you can see it organizes everything very nicely, and you can see that there's images, and we can set up all the branding to completely match our site, and authors don't have control of that. And we can set it up so they have some design control, and again, they can go into design mode to actually control that in design mode. And here, for example, you'll see that here's the paragraphing system. You can edit that, and you can add different components as an author. And again, this can all be controlled by individual, but it is possible to give authors a lot of power, but again, to be sure that your branding of your site is completely controlled. So again, this is all the stuff that developers build.